A successful home opener for the North Dakota women's basketball team Tuesday night at the Betty Engelstad Arena as it rallies to beat Milwaukee 83-76. This is your Midco SN postgame wrap with Greg Stemen. I'm Dan Hammer. What a comeback it was, Greg. North Dakota trailed by 20 with 2 minutes left in the first half, by 18 at the half before the rally.
Yeah, and they knew they had to come out and try to close the gap in spurts and shorten and play shorter games, and they did a great job of that. And all of a sudden, with about 6 minutes to go, they're within striking distance, and great effort by North Dakota to really clamp down defensively in the second half.
Let's recap this game and take a look at the highlights here. In the first half, North Dakota was hit with just a squadron of three-pointers by Milwaukee.
It was, and then their response was to kind of hit some twos. Here we see Zabla attacking the rim on their end, but it was no match in the first half for what Milwaukee was doing from behind the line. Here we see Jaleesa Armstrong hit 2 of her 4 first half three-pointers, and then we see Ashley Green with a step back. They were just on fire in the first half.
Ashley Green finished with 30. Milwaukee hit 13 of 15 three-pointers in the first half, led 50-32, but Maya Lloyd and Leah Zabla fueled the comeback in the second half for North Dakota.
They did. Here we see Zabla finds Lloyd, and boy, Maya Lloyd responded with a great second half. Once again, Burke, extra pass. Bailey Strand.
And the true freshman.
10 points in the second half for North Dakota. There's 1 of them, or 3 of them on a three-pointer, and Zabla once again attacking the rim in the second half. And here we see Burke. She finds Maya Lloyd again in transition. And Maya Lloyd, we talked about Bailey Strand with 10 in the second half. Maya Lloyd, what'd she have?
She had 18 of her 20 points in the second half, did Maya Lloyd. And Bailey Strand had 10 of her 13 in the second half as North Dakota wins 83-76. Let's take a look at final stats presented by Williston Economic Development. North Dakota ends up shooting 55% for the game, including 60% in the second half.
And that was key. I think a lot of those easy baskets came because of their defensive effort, and their defensive effort is what really turned things around for Milwaukee offensively.
And you know how three-point shooting goes. You can go from hot to cold in a hurry. After going 13 of 15 in the first half, Milwaukee went 3 of 15 in the second half.
Exactly. They still shoot a good percentage for the game, but just things turned around in the second half, and all of a sudden that confidence they had in the first half turned into being tentative in the second half, and North Dakota just fed off of them.
North Dakota's going to hang its hat on rebounding again this season. Tonight, a 15 rebounding advantage over Milwaukee. So North Dakota evens its season record at 1-1. UND was 15-1 at home last season here at the Betty, and off to a good start following tonight's come-from-behind win. UND now on the road this weekend in the consolation round of the preseason WNIT tournament. With Greg Stemen, I'm Dan Hammer. That's your Midco SN post-game wrap.